Talking Primarchs is something I absolutely love doing. You should know this by now if you're a follower of the channel. I love Rogel Dawn. You probably love another Primarch, Sanguinius, the Lion, Horus, Conrad, Kurz. We all have our favourites for different reasons, but I think we can all agree that we're all intrigued, all interested in the Lost Primarchs, because we still have that question in the back of our mind: what the hell happened to them? We know that they were actively serving the Imperium at one time. Their legions were in play, purging the galaxy, spreading the Imperial dream. And then one day, they simply just stopped. They vanished. There's been plenty of theories they were wiped out by an alien race. Some say that Leman Russ was the executioner and he was unleashed on the legions because they did something wrong, something unspeakable to the Imperium, to the Emperor himself. That's what's always interested me. What could be more unspeakable than actually betraying the Emperor himself? That's what Horus did. Horus was still spoken about. He was still revered. He still had his statues up on Terra. So what in the Emperor's name could these Primarchs have done to be cast out, to be forgotten by the Imperium and the Emperor? Now, please, before you start leaving your theories about what could have happened to the Primarchs, let's take a look at this new segment of text that has appeared in the new Adeptus Custodes codex. Now, let me just say before we jump into this is probably reaching. This is me grasping for straws. It's probably not this, but then again, it probably could be this. You can go either way you want. For me, it excites me to see text like this in 40k codexes, because then that could be a small chance of that said Primarch coming back. A small chance, but I will take any chance as possible. So if you put your eyes to the video now, I'm going to put the page up. This is called the Hallow Vaults. This is the page inside the new Adeptus Custodes book, and it talks about the vaults that are on Terra. For those of you who don't know, there is a huge vault complex on Terra that holds relics, sacred things that could damn humanity. That is one of the responsibilities of the Custodes, to keep these dark and dangerous things locked away. But there's also maybe good things that can help humanity as well. But, you know, if it falls into the wrong hands, it could go the wrong way. So it's their duty to protect this. Now, it mentions that there's also beings held in these vaults. So if we focus down right at the bottom, it says they also hold beings. It that craves. So it that craves is a subject they're talking about. But then it goes on to subject 11, and one of the fell are but a handful of thousands. In thousands, it's referring to the thousands of people that are being held in the vaults. But let's go back to subject 11, because we all know that the Primarchs are now referred to by their numbers. The second Primarch of the second Legion that went missing, and the 11th Primarch of the 11th Legion that went missing, along with their legions. Is this the hint now that is stating that the Custodes themselves are actually guarding one of the Lost Primarchs? One of the Lost Primarchs was taken away and put into the dark cells on Terra itself. I will be the first to admit that this is grasping at straws, but I think Games Workshop knows exactly what they're doing here. They know that we refer to the Lost Legions as the 2nd and 11th, so every time we see the Roman numerals as 2nd or 11, especially with subject 11 before it, it's gonna get us talking. Now, I'm not saying that this is the 11th Legion Primarch locked in here. I'm just saying that Games Workshop are teasing us, and they know that we will pick up on this, just like I'm doing now, making a video to get us talking. From a lore standpoint, it actually does make sense, because if a Primarch did do something wrong and he was brought back to Terra, then this is a place where he would be put. This is a place where he would be guarded. It's the Custodians who could only stand up to the Primarchs and survive and take them down. That's why Custodians were issued to every legion to watch over them, just in case some did turn traitor. Of course, it didn't turn out the way that they were hoping, but they have the power to bring down Primarchs. So holding them in these dark cells, for me, makes complete sense. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will say, well, why don't they just execute him? Why didn't the Emperor just execute him? And I've always stated this, is that the Emperor sees the Primarchs as weapons, as valuable weapons, weapons he can no longer make anymore. What happened with the Gene Labs on Terra, Ada, all that type of stuff, which of course I won't get into in this video, he can no longer really make these Primarchs anymore. So just to behead one, just to kill one, is a waste of a weapon. Why not hold it somewhere and then maybe one day you can actually use it to your benefit, either good or bad. Anyway, Chaperooninos, that's enough waffling from me as always. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching as always. Again, this is just like a theory. Let's say that, well, it is is it a theory? I'm not too sure. I don't know. Maybe it's just me just being insane as I normally am. I would love to get your thoughts and feedback on this. Do you think the 11th and the 2nd Primarch and their legions are just completely dead? Do you think that this could make sense, that Subject 11 is actually one of the Lost Primarchs and they're keeping him on Terra? Post it all down below and we can have a nice little chat down there as we always do. See you now, have a great day, and bye-bye.